Hello, drama lovers. Welcome back to K-pop world. Tonight, we'll take you through a story that's more than just good news. It's about wounds slowly healing, about silence filled with longing, and about a single smile that's been awaited by thousands. Because behind the quiet hospital walls, two big names are going through the most human moment of their lives. Wang Yibo, Xiao Zhan, and today, one of them is finally breathing a little easier. For the past few days, there were no camera flashes, no fan meetings, no rehearsals, not even a single update on their official accounts. As if their world had come to a halt. Because something more important was happening. Life itself. The hospital where Wang Yibo was being treated seemed to swallow all sound. There was no noise, no chaos. Only a tension that hung in the air. Like a breath being held for too long. Like a prayer that hadn't finished being whispered. And down the hallway on the third floor, right outside the ICU, a man sat in silence, saying nothing. Just sitting there, eyes empty, staring at the white wall. Xiao Zhan. One by one, people passed behind him, nurses, doctors, security staff. But he remained there, without a word, without a complaint, occasionally lowering his head, clasping his own hands, as if trying to calm the soul inside him that was breaking. Some eyewitnesses claimed they saw him standing outside the operating room that night. When everyone else was panicking, he fell into stillness. Because inside that room, someone who meant everything to him was fighting for his life. No one knows exactly when it started, but the news of Wang Yibo's declining condition spread like wildfire. Fans were shocked, anxious, and began searching for the truth. But no official statement was released. Management stayed silent, and as speculation began swirling, only one thing was certain. Yibo was not okay. Until finally, that morning came. The sun barely rose, but the online world had already exploded over one short post by a medical staff member. The sentence was simple, but it struck deeply. His condition is stable now. Recovery will begin today. That was it, but it was enough to make thousands hold their breath. And when some fan sites posted pictures of Xiao Zhan walking out of the room with a different expression, something shifted. That smile wasn't wide, barely noticeable, but it was there, soft, subtle, but real. A small smile from a man who, over the past few days, had shown nothing but tension and exhaustion. Xiao Zhan said nothing, but his expression spoke more honestly than any press release. There was gratitude he couldn't hide. A flicker of hope finally returning, and something in his eyes, something that made many people cry. Comments flooded social media. Xiao Zhan smiled. Does this mean Yibo's okay? After all those tears, that smile broke me. Zhan Ji's smile today feels like light through fog. Weibo trended. Hashtags like hashtag Wang Yibo recovery and hashtag Xiao Zhan smile appeared side by side, signaling a new wave of hope flooding in from fans. Many said that this day was a turning point, not just for Yibo, but for every heart that had feared losing him. The full timeline still isn't clear, but sources close to the matter said Wang Yibo had a sudden health complication after finishing a recent project. Acute fatigue, coupled with overwhelming pressure, pushed his body to the edge. He lost consciousness and was rushed to the hospital. In that critical moment, Xiao Zhan arrived, not as a celebrity, not as a public figure, but as someone who simply couldn't let someone he loved fight alone. He came and never really left. Even when doctors asked all family to wait outside during surgery, he stood by the door. He didn't speak. He just stood, waiting. Hospital witnesses said Xiao Zhan didn't sleep for 2 nights straight. He just sat, sometimes bowing his head, sometimes staring blankly ahead, but never left his spot. Some nurses said they offered him water or food, but he politely refused. As long as he's in there. I can't eat, he said softly. And that wasn't just a sentence. It was the kind of feeling that only someone who truly cares would understand. After passing the critical phase, doctors announced that Wang Yibo's condition was stable. His vital organs were functioning again, and he was responding well to medication. He still needed therapy and close observation, but signs of recovery were clear. For fans, this news felt like morning dew after a long drought. The heavy anxiety slowly began to melt away. They could finally breathe, cautiously, but with hope. But more than a medical report, the true focus was on what Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo had shown during this time. Because while one person lay unconscious, the other chose to stay. Without noise, without praise, without showing off. It wasn't a scene from a drama. It was real, and for many fans, that was enough to break their hearts. Now, everyone waits. Not just for the next update on Yibo's recovery, but for the moment when they appear again, maybe through a post, a line in a live stream, or even just a photo, sitting side by side once more like they used to. And when that moment comes, there will be new tears. But this time not from fear, but from gratitude. For now, all we can do is wait. But wait with hope that they're okay, that the darkest nights have passed. That Xiao Zhan smile today wasn't an accident, but a sign. That Wang Yibo is slowly coming back. Quietly, but surely. Hello, drama lovers. If you cried reading this story, you're not alone. And if you want to know what happens next, stay with us. Because in a world full of rumors and noise, only love truly heals. Until the next update, let them heal in peace, while we keep the hope alive.